Big Polly's World of Sports Sims proudly presents our fourth of the four quarterfinals. No, this is not the Southern Conference final, you dolt. It is the Western Conference final. It is between Kansas City and San Francisco. And hello, everybody. This is Big Polly coming to you live and in color, if you will. It is the recording date of this, by the way, is 5:51 on the PM on January 3rd, 2021. And we are going to play for the third time the very first game in HTFL history, which was between Kansas City at San Francisco back in early May. These two now meeting to determine who goes and represents the Western Conference in our championship semifinals. And let me show you that graphic real fast because I put the Coliseum in it. The remaining games in season one after today, that's what we know. San Francisco wins, they will host Indianapolis. If Kansas City wins, they will travel to New York, I should say. There we go, folks. So both these teams have met twice. They have each won one battle. San Francisco won the first battle week one in San Francisco, and then look up that game, by the way, and see how much this series of games I have done has changed. Because I did that on a computer that ran the plays a little faster. It was like whoop, and the play would be over with. San Francisco won the first game. Kansas City late in the season won their second meeting. So off we go as I look at the TV monitor to play not the playoffs, but Week 17 going on. The Bucks just won. They will wrap up the number 5 seed in the NFC. Bears and Packers going on as I record this just before 6 in the evening, January 3rd. So this is the big one, folks. It is Kansas City and San Francisco. I think whoever wins here has got a good shot at winning it all. And we are playing in January weather, which means it is 52 degrees, a very strong wind, 20 to 30 mile per hour, in Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, virtually, is where this game will be played. I control San Francisco as the home team, and Kansas City is run by the computer. And let's see, Kansas City has won the toss and elected to defer, so San Francisco makes the first half choice. I'm going to kick. I am going to kick. Opponent will have the choice in the second half. Yes. I'm going to kick because I want the wind. 20 to 30 mile per hour wind, and we'll have it for the first and the fourth quarters. I saw Bill Parcells do this in 1987 in the NFC Championship game for the 86 season. He did this, and it was a successful strategy as they beat Washington 7-0 on a day where the winds were swirling around the Meadowlands. It'll be Hall, Charles, and Podolak back deep for KC. They're in white. San Francisco in the kind of garnet colors. And it's a touchback. We'll set the offense up for KC. It is Charles McClinton, the running back. McClinton, a good pass catcher. Smith and Bowe at wideout. Gonzalez at tight end. Dawson quarterbacking. Trier, Shields, Retney, Walters, and Alt. Your offensive line. We'll call the first play here for Kansas City. It is a give to McClinton. No gain. For San Francisco, the Gold Raiders, a combination of the 49ers and Raiders when in the times that they played in Oakland. You got 5 10s in this defensive front. Haley, Hardman, Namalini, and Stubblefield is your front four. As I set up a slide here, so that's why I'm kind of stalling for time. There we go. Mack, Willis, and Peterson, 2 10s in the linebacker core for San Francisco. Brown and Hayes, Lott and Grayson are your defensive backs. Let's see what the Chiefs do here. 2nd and 20. Charles, no gain. Brought down by Dana Stubblefield. We'll check the rosters real fast. San Francisco's got a clean bill of health coming into this game. Everybody healthy. And Kansas City is who I needed to look at, and they are all healthy as well. 3rd and 10 at the 20. Dawson, a throw and a catch by Bowe, gaining 8 yards, bringing up a 4th down. 4th and 2, so San Francisco gets it. Kansas City kicking into a very stiff wind. And actually a good punt by Jarrell Wilson to go 42 yards, a fair catch by John Taylor at the 30. So San Francisco sets up shop. You'll see Gore and McElhenney in the backfield. Rice and Terrell Owens, your wideouts in the base formation. Gordy Sotal is your tight end. Tittle is the quarterback, and you might see Steve Young if he gets into trouble. Shell, Upshaw, Otto, Cross, St. Clair are your offensive linemen. And on 1st and 10, we're going to give it to McElhenney. Hugh McElhenney. And that goes into the secondary, a pickup of 13 yards. And a 1st and 10 for San Francisco defensively. For Kansas City, 4 10s. In their defense, Allen, Smith, Buchanan, and Mays front 4. Bell, Lanier, Hall, or Holly, I should say. I always get that messed up. Those are your linebackers. Thomas and Lewis, Robinson, and Cherry are your defensive backs. So I think the Gold Raiders will be looking to use their wideouts as much as possible. Rice on a medium slant. Speak of the devil. 1st and 10 at the 43. He throws. Tittle with a throw and incomplete. And that's going to set up 2nd and 10. We'll see, give Frank Gore his first touch. He scored the first touchdown in HTFL history in that first game we did in early May. A pickup of 4. Thomas on the stop. Now a 3rd and 6. Owens. Medium slant. Actually, it's going to go to Wilson. He'll be the intended receiver. And Wilson with the catch. Move the chains, a gain of 15. And it's now a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gore off tackle, right side, but a marker. So hold everything.
Start. Offense. Number 82. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
They'll get Sotal on the false start. 1st and 15. We're going to go Rice on the quick slant. He catches it, a gain of 8. And Tittle has started 2 of 3 for 23 yards. 2nd and 7. So let's chop the yardage down a little bit. Go sweep to the right side, Hugh McElhenney. And that is no gain for Hugh. And it'll be 3rd and 7. Put a man in motion, go medium pass, looking for T.O. And instead it's a dump off to Gore, and he gets the 1st down, a pickup of 9. 8:53 left now. Opening quarter, a no score. Gore, off tackle right side. He picks up 6. Thomas making the tackle. Now a 2nd and 4. It's going to be a hitch to Sotal. But Kansas City playing short and tight, so I'm going to give a medium fly to Jerry Rice here. That's incomplete. 3rd and 4 now. We're going to go for the high percentage pass, short cross, Jerry Rice. A blitz coming, so it's going to be a screen to Gore instead. And Gore is open. 20, 10. Touchdown, Gold Raiders. So Frank Gore scores the first touchdown in this playoff game, as he did in the first ever HTFL game. It is 6-0. With the point after by Janikowski true, it is 7-0 with 7:13 now left. Opening quarter, and Hall now back. And that was a touchback with the 20 to 30 mile per hour wind advantage. That's understandable. 1st and 10 at the 20. Dawson incomplete. Setting up a 2nd and 10. Dawson has started 1 for 2, 8 yards, but it's early yet. Screen, McClinton, and he's been dangerous catching those screens. Pick up a 5, and Peterson making the tackle. 3rd and 5 at the 25. With 6:57 now left to go. And Dawson will run and get the first. Just barely he got it. So it's a 1st and 10 KC at the 30. Pitch to McClinton, back to the line, and that's it. Willis making the tackle for the Gold Raiders. It is now Second and 10 at the 30. Oh, Peterson came up over the middle very quickly. Got to Dawson for the sack, a loss of 7. Otis Taylor coming into the game. So let's look at the receivers. Taylor will be the left split end. J.T. Smith in the slot. Dwayne Bowe on the right side split ending. Third and 17. Throw. Oh, that was a nice catch by Tony Gonzalez. Gain of 19, who nowadays is an analyst for the Fox pregame show when they have NFL action. First and 10 at the 42. Dawson had 307 yards against Los Angeles through 5 TDs, and so far he's 3 for 4 with 32 in this game. First and 10 at the 42 now. This is Gonzalez again, a pickup of 6, so he has 2 catches, 25 yards in very short order. Second and 4 at the 48. And Jamal Charles, no gain. Third and 4 at the 48. Screen. Charles has it. He'll be a first down and more. Pickup of 15. Willis on the tackle. 1:51 now left, opening quarter. KC is driving. And more importantly, they're taking a lot of time off the clock with this drive. They're taking 6 minutes and 6 seconds off. So San Francisco may not get the ball back before the second quarter, the way this is going. 5-yard loss there as Charles was stoned by Willis. And it'll be the 11th play of the drive coming up, a second and 15. Gain of 8.
Offsetting penalties. Repeat, second down.
But waved the playoff as both teams committed fouls. 26 seconds left in the quarter. This could be a big development in terms of the game because San Francisco, the next 2 quarters, will be going into a strong wind. Second and 15 at the 42. Dawson, McClinton, gain of 8. And Dawson throws the short and medium passes so well that throwing into the wind is not going to phase him. As you just saw in that first quarter, he went 6 for 7 for 61 yards. We have reached the end of the first quarter. It is 7-0 Gold Raiders. Kansas City 54 yards of net. They gained nothing in rushing. They had 6 carries for naught. And San Francisco 10 plays and 75 yards. Third and 7 at the 34. This is Charles picking up 2 yards, cutting it to a 4th and 5. Field goal attempt, I believe this is Tynes. It will be from 49 yards. Oh, that's perfect. Tynes got it. It's 7-3. And the Gold Raiders got to know by now they're in a battle. 42 seconds into the second quarter. It is Woodson, Washington, McElhenney back deep. This will be a touchback with Kansas City having the wind advantage. McElhenney dive on first and 10. I think San Francisco in the next couple of quarters is going to be very dependent on their running game. Sweep right, Gore on second and 9. Gore's going to need a big day, I think, for the Gold Raiders to advance. And that's a pickup of 5. Third and 4 now. We're going to go Soltow on the short out. That's incomplete. So they bring on Tommy Davis, who was a running back back in his day and was famous for getting tackled by Dickie Mogul in one of the Cotton Bowls in the 50s. And that was a penalty that awarded a touchdown, which you very rarely see in football. Probably that's a more rare of a foul than the seeing a field goal on a fair catch free kick. Deep punt for Davis. And that was to the sidelines. He was punting into the wind, and that was a 38-yard punt. Let me show you Mr. Davis here while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, he's a punter, and he played for... Actually, no, he played for LSU. Who am I thinking of? Who got... maybe it was Dickie Mogul. Who who had the big game, and somebody on Alabama's sidelines came and tackled him. And it was an illegal play, and they ruled that penalty for Rice. It was a game where they scored a touchdown. I'm going to look this up. Hang on, folks. 1954 Cotton Bowl tack. It was a penalty for an unfair act, and it was one of the more infamous plays in college football history. After taking the handoff from quarterback Leroy Fenstermaker, Dickie Mogul broke free for what appeared to be a 95-yard touchdown run. It was dubbed the 12th man tackle. Tommy Lewis. That's who I'm thinking of. Tommy Lewis. See, it would drive me crazy if I didn't know the answer to that. I'm sorry, folks. First and 10. KC, they trailed 7-3. 1954 Cotton Bowl, and it was what they called an unfair act, and they awarded a touchdown to Rice on that play. And both men, Tommy Lewis and Dickie Magel, would appear on the Ed Sullivan Show. Second and 7 at the 39, which of course was the big entertainment show of its time on CBS. Gain of 8. Charles tackled by Lester Hayes. First and 10 at the 47 now. So Kansas City coming out loaded for bear. McClinton was the intended receiver, and that was a throw way into traffic. That was like the freeways, perhaps, of San Francisco on a busy Monday morning commute. Second and 10 at the 47. This is Charles picking up 2 to make it third and 8 at the 49. 11:16 to go. This is a throw, incomplete, but a marker.
Encroachment, defense. Number 52, 5-yard penalty.
Khalil Mack called for the infraction, setting up third and 3. Ball at the 46 of San Francisco now. They're on the plus side of the field. Looked like they had Charles open in the flat, but Dawson checked down to McClinton, an incomplete pass. 4th and 3. I'll watch for the fake punt here. And this is coffin cornered very well. Jarrell Wilson shoehorned that baby. 4-yard line is where the 4-yard line is where San Francisco is going to start. First and 10. 10:31 to go. As we try to find who will advance, the last team to advance to our Final Four here, our hometown bowl tournament. Frank Gore, pitch to the right side, and again, the animation goes kerplunk, no gain. Smith on the tackle for KC. We're going to go trap left, McElhenney, and that was a gain of 3 yards. Third and 7 at the 7. Trying to run a play it safe play here, passing it. We're going to go Rice on a screen. And Rice will get the first down. How many times in Jerry Rice's career did you see him take a short slant or a screen pass and just take it to the house? And Rice does it again, a gain of 11. First and 10 at the 18 now. Off tackle right. Oh, a busted play. They gave the ball to Shell, and Shell had nowhere to go. A 3-yard loss. Second and 13 now at San Francisco's own 15. We're going to go Owens on the slant. Hoping the soft coverage would allow Owens to catch a short pass, but it was dumped to Gore, but the pass was incomplete. Third and 13, so San Francisco will spread it out, and they're going to look for Jerry Rice here. Medium cross. There's your throw, incomplete, and Tittle is now 5 of 10, 63 yards. 4th and 13, and Davis will punt it away. So I got Tommy Davis and Tommy Lewis mixed up, so, I'm making all the errors I can, folks. Hall, a 13-yard return of a 44-yard punt. Kansas City is going to start at their San Francisco 46. They're winning the field position battle right now with the 7-3 deficit and 7:18 left to go in the opening half. Kansas City wins, they get New York in the semifinals, the championship semifinals. First and 10 at the 46. San Francisco wins, they get Indianapolis. Gain of 2. I erred yesterday saying that seeding determines who gets seeded where in the semifinals. No, that is not true. It is the tiebreakers are the record, and then after the record, the next one would be seeding, and then you would get into net points. So let me just correct that. Gain of 2 for Charles and Namalini making the tackle. Second and 8 at the 44. Screen. A first down for McClinton, and McClinton, like I said, a great pass catcher out of the backfield for Len Dawson, and a gain of 15. First and 10 at the 29. Penalty.
False start. Offense. Number 82, 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Bowe gets called for a false start, one of the wide receivers. Dwayne Bowe, first and 15. At the 34 now for KC. Charles picking up 7 and Grayson making the tackle there. Second and 8. The ball at the 27. Oh, a nice throw and catch. And KC takes the lead as Dawson has found Tony Gonzalez. Ronnie Lott provided good coverage, but Gonzalez just found a way to get the ball in his hands. 9-7 KC, about to be 10 perhaps. Good, the point after by Tynes. It's 10-7 with 4:48 left in the half. Woodson, Washington, McElhenney are your deep men. It's going to be one of the upbacks taking it, either Washington or McElhenney. And Washington took it 26 yards to the 30. Rice, medium slant on first and 10. And a nice catch. He got separation from 29. Just enough to get the first down. It's Albert Lewis who was covering Rice on that play. Sweep it right to Gore. First and 10 at the 49. Gain of 7. Second and 3. Gore is now up to 5 carries and 22 yards. He's also had 2 catches for 29. And even though we have the wind disadvantage, we're going to try to go deep. Play action, bomb to Rice. There's your throw. We have a penalty down.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty.
So second and 3 turns into second and 13, and San Francisco's on their side of the field again at the 46. We'll look to Billy Wilson, short crossing route, which might be good against the deep loose coverage of KC's. Only a 2-yard gain for Gore, and KC burns a timeout now that we're under 3 minutes. They have 2 left. The Gold Raiders have 3 left. Third and 11, we're going to go Owens. Hope you have your popcorn ready. Medium slant against deep coverage by KC. It's thrown underneath to McElhenney, who gains 7. It'll be 4th and 4 at the 45 with 2:46 left. I think it's too early to try anything fancy here. We're just going to bring Davis in for the sideline punt. Oh, it's a bad punt. Only 19 yards off the side of his foot. And out at the 26. So KC takes over with a chance to add to their 10-7 lead. 2:15 left to go in the second. I nearly said the fourth. Jamal Charles into the secondary. A pickup of 14 yards. And no, I do not want to call timeout because you got the 2-minute warning coming. I would think. No, Kansas City calls timeout. Dawson, Charles. And that's a first down, a pickup of 11. Third catch of the day for Charles for 28 yards. He also has 28 yards rushing on 8 attempts. 2-minute warning with 1:54 left. Chiefs with 1 timeout. The Gold Raiders with 3. A 10-7 KC lead. This is Bowe, pickup of 8. It just goes to show you how much parity there is in this league, because we had the second best team exit in round 1, Green Bay to Minnesota. 2nd and 2 at the 41, and now San Francisco in trouble. Gonzalez picking up 10. Lenny Dawson is 12 of 15, 134 yards and a touchdown. First and 10 now at the Frisco 31. Dawson's going to run with it. Immediately crunched by Ronnie Lott. No, I'm not calling timeout. We'll let KC burn theirs. Second and 13 at the 34. Dawson to throw, incomplete, looking for Gonzalez. Setting up a third and 13. This is Charles picking up 8 yards. Fourth and 5. They bring Tynes in to try a field goal of 43 yards. On the mark. It's 13-7 Kansas City with 49 seconds now left in the half. And Woodson again back deep. Taking it about the 5. And Woodson, a nice return to the 35, a pickup 29. Actually took it at the 6. So San Francisco has all 3 timeouts left. 40 seconds left to play. We're going to go Sotal, medium hitch on the first down. A throw incomplete. And you got to wonder how long is Bill Walsh going to stick with Y.A. Tittle here. Medium out, Billy Wilson. Second and 10. That is a gain of 16, no penalty. But the clock did not stop. He did not get out of bounds, so San Francisco will bang out a timeout. They have 2 left. We have 29 seconds left. And now we're going to do the slant to Rice here. Use a second timeout if we need to, and that's a gain of 9. 22 seconds left. I'll use a timeout again. Second and 1. We're going to go Owens on a medium out, a 50-50 chance we can get this. Tittle's going to run a gain of 7. Now, how much time is left? 14 seconds. Well, this is a spot here, folks. Because if we hurry to the line, we're still only going to have time for one more play. We're going to call timeout. We're going to try to get one more play in. But this is going to be dangerous because if I don't get out of bounds, it's curtains for the half for me. Medium out to Owens. First and 10 from the 33, but can he get out of bounds? No. Incomplete. 10 seconds left. Okay. We're going to go Rice. Short out. I'm going to try to squeeze in one more play. I might not be able to do it. And Rice, first down, but did he get out? Yes, he did. 5 seconds left. Now, kicking into the wind, Janikowski is going to come on. He's got good range, but his accuracy is not the best. This will be from 40 yards to try to make it a 13-10 game, I am sure. 5 seconds left. No good. So the score is going to remain 13-7. I'm going to take a brief pause to take a swig of water, and I will be right back. I should be back within about 30 seconds to a minute. And there we go, folks. I had some popcorn before I started doing this game, and sometimes I could feel the popcorn making me want to cough. So there are the games we have left. We have 3 games after this one, and we will know which games to do because of this result. If San Francisco wins, they get Indianapolis. Kansas City wins, they get New York. They have to travel to New York in the semifinal round, the championship semifinals. What a strange trip it'll be if KC wins. They started in Los Angeles, and they won. They went to San Francisco. If they win today, they go to New York. If they win that, they go back to Los Angeles. Now, boost up your frequent flyer miles. And here we go, third quarter. Kansas City, 168 yards of total offense on 30 plays. Just to show you how close this game is, San Francisco has run 29 plays and has one more yard. One less play and one more yard. They're at 169. We have had 5 penalties in the game, and that's it. Very well played game. Now, because San Francisco opted to kick to start the game to get the wind advantage, Dante Hall is going to be the deep man for Kansas City. They probably would have had the wind advantage anyway. uh, with the defer. But Hall returns at 2 yards. The return, he took it from the 2, took it 26 yards to the 28. That's how we run. So a 13-7 Kansas City lead in this fourth and last quarterfinal to determine who the Western champion is. See what Dawson does here. First and 10. Remember, they don't even have Pat Mahomes yet. Gain of 24 as McClinton makes another fine catch and run. Dawson now up to 14 of 18, 166. The historical collection does not take into account the Pro Football Player collection that Dave Koch Sports has. This game is Action PC 2020, by the way. First and 10 at the 48 of San Francisco. Action PC 2021. I think that'll be coming out in late April, early May. No gain for Namalini. No gain for Charles as Namalini makes the stop. Second and 10 at the 48. This is a gain of 3 and 15 more.
Number 94, 15-yard penalty.
Haley made the tackle and yanked the face mask. The big face mask penalty of 15 yards. Not coincidental. It was a yank. And now you got first and 10, KC at the San Francisco 30. Over the middle to Jamal Charles. He picks up 9 yards. 45 yards catching on 5 catches. Receptions for Charles. Second and 1 at the 21.
Offense number 54,
Sorry.
10-yard penalty.
Waters called for holding. Second and 11 at the 31. I have not gotten the historical collection yet for 2020. This game uses the historical collection of 2019 because they don't come out with a historical collection until the fall, and that's well into this particular season of the HTFL. So next year I'll be using the 2020 collection. Second and 11 at the 31. And it's basically a historical average of players based on how long they played. Third and 11 at the 31, we take the best representing each of the media markets and we put them on a team. Third and 11 at the 31. It's not a best of a franchise. Sack by Hardman, a loss of 8. That was a blindside hit on Dawson. Setting up 4th and 19 at the 39. I'm just going to let the punt roll because I think it'll be a touch. And no, Wilson, a very nice punt to the 2-yard line. Jarrell Wilson doing a fine job with the coffin corner punts back, but he played it in an era where that was common. Not as often as you see it today in the 2020 world. But now San Francisco starts in a hole. They trail 13-7, and they got 98 yards to the promised land. Trap right Gore on first down. Gain of 7.
Number 85.
Davis called for holding. Now, again, another situation here. In real life, if the foul occurred in the end zone, that would be 2 points for Kansas City. But I don't think Dave Koch Sports enters that in the equation here, so not to be. First and 11 at the 1. We're going to go Gore on a dive. Just get some elbow room here. And how much? No pickup. Gore was stoned by Allen. And the Gold Raiders in some trouble. We're going to take Tittle and dive him here. Second and 11 from the 1. And he picks up a few yards. Pick up a 15. He got into the secondary, actually. So a nice gain for Y.A. Tittle, saying to Steve Young, hey, I can run the ball too. Screen to Gore, first and 10 at the 16. And Gore was open. See how many yards he picked up. He picked up 8. Halili making the tackle. For the Chiefs. And now you got a second and 2 at the 24. It's going to be Gore. Trap left. Gain of a yard, but he is short of the first down. So it's third in the yard. They'll go full house here. San Francisco will, with 8:10 left in the third. A third and 1 from their own 25. Garrison Hurst will pick up the first. Check the marker.
Personal foul. Defense.
And 15 more.
15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Buchanan must have been giving Garrison Hurst the business. And that makes it a 1st and 10 at the 42. We're going to go Gore again. Trap left side as San Francisco trying to get their run game going. Hasn't been going too badly. 16 carries as a team for 66 yards. Gore is getting a little winded. We'll just have him block for McElhenney here on a dive. 2nd and 5 at the 47. Gain of 3. Sets up 3rd and 2. And we're going to look to Jerry Rice on a slant. And he's open. One of those he could go all the way opens. Touchdown. Gold Raiders. You're not going to deny Jerry Rice all day. That's 50 yards. He goes to 107 on the day, and we have a tie game. 13 and 13. Your point after by Janikowski, who has missed a few extra points this season, by the way, is good. So it's 14-13 with 5:55 now left in the third. This has been an excellent game so far. Somebody messaging me, are you watching the Bears-Packers game? Yes, I am. Thank you very much as I record this. But we'll get back to that. And it's Hall, Charles, and Podolak back deep. And Dante Hall, 29 yards to the 36, tackled by Johnson. I believe it's Jimmy Johnson. No, not the stock car driver or the former Cowboy and Miami Hurricanes coach, but there was a defensive back who did play pretty well in the HTFL named Jimmy Johnson. 1st and 10 at the 36. Dawson's going to run here. That is a pickup of 15. 1st and 10 at the 49 now of San Francisco. Screen, McClinton. And McClinton, like I said, he's an excellent pass catcher. A gain of 21 yards. And Willis, 10 tackles on the day. 1st and 10 at the 28. 4:47 left to go. San Francisco battling. Hang on, folks. I'm going to... Should I be? Question mark. Hang on, folks. I'm responding to my message here. Should I be? Question mark. There we go, folks. I was responding to my message. Sorry. 1st and 10 at the 22 of San Francisco. 4:47 left. 28-yard line of San Francisco. Here's Charles. Well, it's going to make it a moot point because he's got a gain of 21 yards to the 7. And it's 1st and goal from there. KC on the march. Touchdown, McClinton and the Chiefs. And it's 19-14 now. Kansas City's going to go for 1. Your point after, good by Tynes. 20-14, and the Chiefs answering the bell. Proving to San Francisco they're going to be a tough out if they're going to get them out. Woodson back deep for the Gold Raiders. And I'm going to return it 3 yards deep from the end zone, see what happens. Return of 28 yards. So it's now 1st and 10 at the 25. We have Gore. I shouldn't let myself get distracted by messages like that, but sometimes you just got to answer. Sweep right, Gore. And Gore, a loss of 3. Second and 13, it's going to be Wilson on a medium out. Incomplete. A 3rd and 13. And it's not a good spot for the Gold Raiders to be in. It's going to be a slant to Wilson. No, Soltal. Soltal is the intended receiver, and he's got it. A first down. A pickup of 21. Now, if the San Francisco can get a few first downs here, they'll have the wind advantage to start the fourth, and that'll be to their advantage. Off tackle left, Gore. First and 10. There he goes. Into the secondary, a pickup of 19. First and 10 at the KC 38. McElhenney on a dive. Gain of 2 yards. Second and 8 at the 36. Almost the end of the third quarter, and San Francisco fans are saying it couldn't end soon enough. We'll go Gore inside. And that is 4 yards in the end of the quarter. 20-14 in favor of Kansas City. Kansas City at 260 yards of offense, 39 plays. San Francisco 296 for 43. So now 3rd and 4. Big money situation now. They're going to go cross to Owens. Right through his hands. So the score 20-14. Janikowski comes on to try a field goal of 49, and he's got it. But a marker. Shades of the Denver game where they had Janikowski make an endless array of field goals. He will now try a field goal from 59. And he can hit it from 59. But he can't hit this one. Kansas City blocked it. It was recovered by Allen. Forget the animation. It was recovered, and they pounced on it right there and called the play dead. First and 10 at midfield. Kansas City could be going for the kill here. Ball at the 50. Gain of 4. McClinton. Stubblefield. Dana Stubblefield made the tackle. Second and 6 at the 46. This is Jamal Charles gaining 7. And that sets up first and 10 at the 39 of San Francisco. Not Montana, but Dawson, another 16. Look at this. Len Dawson goes all the way. On a busted play that went 35 yards. Now KC will go for 2. 13:03 left in the fourth. Charles gets the 2. 28-14. How about that? Lenny Dawson showing off some legs there. Woodson, Washington, McElhenney. Again, the deep men. And this is Woodson. Almost to midfield. He got it to the 42. A pickup of 28. I think they're going to give Tittle one more chance. Hitch to Rice, first and 10. Ball at the 42. That's a fastball in there. Pick up a 17. Check the marker.
Offsides. Defense.
They'll decline it.
Number 75, 5-yard penalty.
Mays called for offsides. And Jerry Rice's season high, playoff season high of 124 yards. Because when we start the playoffs, we start a new season. Fly to Rice. First and 10 at the 41. That's caught. Let's check the marker here.
Offsides. Defense.
They'll take it.
Number 63, 5-yard penalty.
Lanier, they'll decline that and take the ball to 26. We'll go play action. Long pass. A dump off to Gore. It picks up 9. Second in the yard will go Owens. I'm feeling the rhythm here now. Owens, touchdown. Gold Raiders. So there you go. Tittle, 18-27. And that might keep him in the game the rest of the way. 263, 3 touchdowns. Your point after. Good by Janikowski, and we are at 28-21 with 11:43 to go. Hall back deep. A touchback. First and 10 at the 20 now. For KC. Can they hold on? Dawson looking for Gonzalez, incomplete. Dawson having a great day in terms of completion, 16 to 21, 196 yards and a touchdown. They are averaging 5.9 a rush with Dawson's help, and 2 touchdowns, and San Francisco's averaging 4.3 a rush. Second and 10 at the 20, incomplete. Third and 10, and now San Francisco's crowd is going to get loud, hoping for a 3 and out here. Third and 10. And they'll get it. Willis is out and will not return. One of the linebackers will have to check on the next possession KC has to see who they replace him with. And here's the punt return. It was Jarrell Wilson, a nice punt into the wind, a 20 to 30 mile an hour wind. Taylor, return of 6, Sally Amula making the tackle. Punt went 47, so the net will be 41. 11:27 now left. Long time to go left in this fourth quarter, and we're at 28-21. The Chiefs leading, and the Gold Raiders don't want to peak too early and lose momentum. You often see teams with big deficits, and sometimes they come back, and they come back with time on the clock, and it's usually just enough to give the other team the lead back. So that's. I said in an earlier HTFL telecast, some of these teams shoot their wad too early. But that's a little suggestive. Owens on the medium slant, first and 10 at the 39. Although Joe Pesci said that in Raging Bull. He knew from being in Jake LaMotta's corner, he played one of Jake LaMotta's brothers, that LaMotta had blown his last fight with Sugar Ray Robinson. We're going to go medium out to Rice, and that's what he said. He said he shot his wad. Incomplete. A third and 10 now for San Francisco. We're going to go Rice. Well, you're going to put it in the hands of your money man. Medium slant on third. He was open for a moment, but incomplete. So now San Francisco has to punt. Davis back deep. Davis punting to Hall. Hall is back deep. And that punt went 53 yards with the wind behind Lewis. Or Tommy Davis. I'm sorry, I'm getting Tommy Davis and Tommy Lewis mixed up again. Punt went 53 to return 8 for a 45-yard net. First and 10 at the 16. Incomplete. Second and 10 now at the 16. Charles. I'm sorry, that's McClinton gaining 5 yards. Charles is 25 and McClinton is 32. So again, the Gold Raiders needing a stop. Third and 5 at the 21. And they'll get it here. McClinton, no gain on a third and 5. They needed 5. They got 0. And again, San Francisco gets it back on a punt return. Taylor gaining 9 yards on a punt that went 42. And San Francisco gets it at their own 46. 9:32 now left. The opening not the opening quarter, but the fourth quarter, a 28-21 game. Screen to Gore. Gore's got a lot of room. Almost to the 30. He gained 23 yards. To the Kansas City 31. We'll go base formation. We're going to go medium pass, and we're going to look to Jerry Rice. Incomplete. That was batted at the line. Actually, Tittle tried to dump it to Gore, but for no gain. It was incomplete. Tittle now 19 to 32. Gore off tackle right in the 3 wide set. He will gain 5 yards. Third and 5. Soltal on the cross. He's got it. And San Francisco in the red zone, a gain of 11. First and 10 at the 15. They're going to look to Rice on the short slant. He's open. Gain of 11, and Rice now 9 catches for 150. Tittle goes over 300 of the day at 308. Double tight end set now for San Francisco. Gore's going to run to the right side because look at where Kansas City's bunched up. They got Emmett Thomas coming in to put 8 in the box. Trap right Gore on first and goal. A marker. Could this be
12
holding?
men on the field.
Oh,
Offense,
worse.
5-yard penalty.
12 men on the field. Actually, that's only a 5-yard penalty backing up San Francisco to their to the KC 9. Hitch to Rice, first down. Sack, Hallie, I'm sorry. Gain of 5, loss of 5. Man alive, I'm messing up these play calls. Second and goal at the 14. We're going to go Gore, a screen pass. And Gore has a touchdown, and San Francisco a point away from a tie game. That was Gore's 7th catch of the day, 85 yards. Now, as I was saying earlier, Janikowski has been known to miss an extra point or two. We'll try for the single here. As they say in Canada, it's good. And we're dead even at 28 and 28, 5:37. I told you, folks, this was going to be a good game. And it has turned into one. Hall back deep for KC. Both teams leaving it all on the field today. The winner we have yet to know. First and 10 at the 20. Charles on the screen. Dawson can't find him. Incomplete. Second and 10 at the 20. Charles gaining 7. Now a 3rd and 3. Ball at the 27 now. KC's own 27. McClinton's going to have a first down, and he picked up 16 more. First and 10 at the 43. So let's see what KC does. Incomplete. That was intended for Gonzalez. Good coverage by Lott. Second and 10 at the 43. Dawson, a fumble. San Francisco's got it. Oh, could that be a big play? Dana Stubblefield forced the fumble, recovered the fumble, and with 3:32 now left to go, I'll just pause for a little bit to try to increase the drama. San Francisco, they can run the ball a little bit here. You could chew up the rest of the clock and kick a field goal, get out of here, just like the Giants did against Washington in an earlier quarterfinal round game. We're going to trap it with Gore. And Gore, gain of 5. We need some clutch running here. Allen on the stop. It's 2nd and 5. We're going to milk the clock. We're going to go double tight end. We're going to put McElhenney in and go off tackle right. A marker down. He'll get the first. Let's see if it's holding.
Holding, offense, number 63, 10-yard penalty.
Upshaw commits holding. 2nd and 15, which changes the strategies a little bit. We're going to screen it to Gore, since Gore has been having a good day with the pass catching. He picked up 9 yards. He is at 94 on the day. Setting up a 3rd and 6. We'll go to the 2-minute warning. 28 to 28. Each team with all 3 timeouts left. 3rd and 6. Rice on the slant. Incomplete, but check the marker.
Holding, offense, number 79, 10-yard penalty.
They accept the penalty. On 3rd and 6, they're going to give Tittle another chance on 3rd and 16. This is an interesting call. We're going to go Rice. We're going to go medium out. They gave San Francisco another chance, and they paid for it. 10th catch of the day for Rice. He's at 168. The Gold Raiders still have all 3 timeouts. 1:47 to go. They're at the KC 38. Got to be real careful here. Pitch right Gore in the 3-wide set. And Gore gets nothing. A fumble recovered by Kansas City. How do you like that? Emmett Thomas with the fumble recovery. Now KC can go for the throat. 1st and 10 at the 38. They only need a field goal to win.
False start. Offense. Number 54, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Waters, a false start. 1st and 15 at the 33. 1:40 left to go in regulation time. Could we go overtime? Dawson, incomplete. 2nd and 15 at the 33. A minute 37 to go. KC with all 3 timeouts. Charles screened on the screen pass will gain 7. Khalil Mack on the tackle. I'm not going to call a timeout. I'm going to force KC to call theirs. 2 to go in timeouts. 3rd and 8 at the 40. The throw is incomplete. And Kansas City's going to have to punt. Jarrell Wilson. We know Taylor can run one back. John Taylor catches it at the 15. Look at this. He gains 18 yards to the 32. 46-yard punt. 28-yard net. 1:04 to go. And the Gold Raiders still with all 3 timeouts. We're going to slant it over the middle to Rice. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. We're going to go Owens on a medium out. He's got it. Pickup of 16. And did we get out of bounds? We did not. Timeout called. Of course, Owens made that catch in 1999 against Green Bay. The catch 2, they call it. That won the game on a touchdown for the 49ers against Green Bay in a wild card playoff in like the last 5 seconds of the game. So a 1st and 10 at the 48. We're still looking for Jerry Rice, medium fly. We're going to change it to a slant and hope Rice can break off a big play here. Incomplete. Tittle is 25 of 40, 365 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns. In terms of throwing, we're going to go Wilson, because I don't think they would suspect that we would throw it to him, medium fly. That's incomplete. That was off his hands. And now 41 seconds remain. We're going to go Gore on a screen. And did he get the first down? He did. He goes over 100 yards receiving on the day. He's 9 for 104. Timeout, San Francisco. A 28-all tie. The ball at the 42. 31 seconds left to go. Owens on the hitch. He's got it, and they're in field goal range now. A gain of 12. 26 seconds left. They will hurry to the line. And they're just going to have Gore run it. And did we have time? Yes, we did. 7 seconds. Timeout will be called. I was afraid that I miscalculated and I ran out the clock for San Francisco. So here's the situation. Janikowski has a 70% chance of hitting a field goal from 42. San Francisco gets it, they advance. And they will play Indianapolis in the semifinals. KC would be benefited if Janikowski misses. We would probably go to overtime, and if KC wins, they get New York in the next round. So here we go. Janikowski for the win for San Francisco. 7 seconds left to go. And it's good. San Francisco's likely going to win the Western Conference. 31-28. I'm just going to squib it here. And that's it. Poe With a return of 12 yards to the 29, San Francisco advances, a valiant effort by the Chiefs, coming a little bit short, 31-28. Player of the game was Y.A. Tittle. And you see the summary there. It was 28-14 KC with 13:03 left in the fourth, and San Francisco proving their mettle, coming back with 17 unanswered to win the game. 488 yards is what San Francisco had. They were perfect in the red zone. Kansas City only visited the red zone once and got a touchdown. 352 yards was their total. Time of possession about even. Penalties. San Francisco committed 10 and KC committed 4. 56 for KC was the total number of plays. 68 for San Francisco. Player stats now. Tittle had the better day, 27 of 43, 387 yards, 4 touchdowns, and was sacked only once. Tight race for the rushing leader went to Jamal Charles, 13 carries, 66 yards. Dawson had 5 carries for 63, including the touchdown that gave them the 28-14 lead. Gore had 63 also. Rice, 10 catches for 168. Gore, 9 catches for 104. Those were the leaders for for San Francisco, and nobody came close on the KC side. McClinton had 6 catches out of the backfield for 89. Leading tacklers, Lewis for KC and 10 with 10, and Willis had the same for San Francisco. So that was a fun game. Your remaining games in season number 1, which I will probably do over next weekend for you to see on the 11th, the 12th, and the 15th. It is semifinal A, and we could change this now because we know it will be New York and Baltimore doing battle. Make sure I hit the backspace button. There we go. In semifinal A, we're going to call it, that's going to be 7 o'clock, the airtime for that, the initial airtime, because I know some of you will want to watch the national championship of college football between Alabama and Ohio State. My congratulations to both those teams on their fine performances on New Year's night, New Year's afternoon, and New Year's night. Alabama crushing Notre Dame, my Fighting Irish, but I didn't think Notre Dame would have much of a chance against Alabama. And Ohio State putting a whooping on Clemson, and they're finding young quarterback Mr. Fields. So there's your schedule the rest of the way. We have 3 games left, and these are it. New York at Baltimore, Indianapolis at San Francisco. You see the nice little backdrop of the Coliseum there, and the 2 winners will meet for Hometown Bowl number 1 on Friday night, January 15th. We'll act like the semifinals were in 1 week and the Hometown Bowl was in another, but we'll show you all these games next week. So I hope you enjoyed these past 63 minutes and change that I have brought for you here on the Hometown Football League. Season 1 almost over. I hope you have enjoyed it. This is Big Ballie coming to you. Wishing you well no matter where you are. And when you see this, Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.